All right, in this video, I'm going to show you 2 product research methods that can help you find winning products for Shopify dropshipping very easily and very quickly. And these 2 methods are ones that you probably don't know of. Very few people actually use these 2 methods, and it can make your life a whole lot easier than what you've been doing right now. We're going to jump in the computer. I'm going to explain exactly what these are. The first one's going to be perfect for all of you beginners out there. If you don't have any decent winning products yet, or you struggle with finding winning products, the first one's going to be perfect for you. And then the second method is going to be for more of you intermediate to advanced dropshippers out there. It'll make your life so much easier than you spending hours a day or whatever you are on doing product research. And it'll go ahead and help you automate a lot of this for you. So before we jump in the computer and we go through all of this, please do me a huge favor. Please go ahead and smash that like button down below. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely leave any comments or questions. I'm here to help you guys out. Definitely keep in mind that I'm still offering free one-on-one coaching calls for all members of the Dropship Fortune program, but that is getting ready to close. My time slots are getting filled up. So if you do want to jump into the Dropship Fortune program, get the full A to Z guide plus unlimited mentorship through private course email, you'll still get a free one-on-one coaching call if you jump in right now, and I can help you go ahead and build a game plan specific to your brand, help you scale up your ads, whatever you need. I'll actually be on the call with you. If you want to take advantage of that, check that out in the description box below, and we'll go ahead and make that happen. But right now, let's go ahead and jump in the computer, and we'll go through all these methods. All right, so I've talked many times before about a lot of different product research methods. There's many different types of methods people use, from Facebook to AliExpress to spy tools to even using Amazon. You know, some of the more popular types are like here on Facebook, you'll go on, type something in like get yours here, buy now, buy yours now, any of these popular keywords, then you can go through and see which ads are already taking off. You'll see which ones already have traction, and then you can go ahead, try to run it on your store, especially if it fits within your brand. And this can work to an extent, but I've talked in my Facebook product research method videos on why this is setting you up to not have great success. Essentially, it comes down to the pie rule. You know, you're going ahead and you're trying to take a very small sliver of a big pie, because if a big trending product's going on, it is a big pie, and a lot of people can make a lot of money. But if you're only taking a small sliver of that, you might get some profits coming in, but it's not going to set you up for long-term success, and you're going to leave your business very vulnerable. This is why I've seen so many people come into dropshipping, have some immediate, really quick success, but then it goes away very quickly, and that's because they don't know how to actually create a pie from themselves. There's definitely ways to use Facebook very profitably, and I've talked about that in other videos, and it really ultimately comes down to knowing your brand and then selecting actual niche keywords and all of that. Check out that video if you want to see. I've also talked in other videos about spy tools. Spy tools can work out, but this is kind of doing the same thing to where you're, trying to grab a small piece of a big pie. With AliExpress is still one of my favorite methods, if not my favorite method. When I'm personally doing product research, this is one of my favorite methods to use. And I use what I call the diversification strategy. And it comes down to using orders counts from low, medium, high orders counts and diversifying my testing. And then it comes into obviously having a very efficient testing strategy with whatever marketing you're using. I've talked about that in other product research method videos. And this ultimately is still my favorite. But these 2 methods I'm getting ready to show you today are ones that can really help you in conjunction with these and set you apart from everybody else, to where you're not trying to go ahead and grab a small piece of a big pie out there. You're trying to actually create your own pie, find those huge golden winning products, and essentially create that for yourself. And this is very applicable. Both of the methods I'm going to show you today are very applicable to more branded stores. If you're in a mid-level niche, specific niche, one product store, these 2 methods are going to be perfect for you. If you're in a general store, that's where using spy tools or Facebook is going to be a little bit better for you than what I'm going to show you. I've preached so many times on why I suggest starting with a mid-level niche or a specific niche, or even a one product store, even though that's not my favorite. But going with one of those, you're going to be able to capitalize on branding, which you need for these product research methods. So when it comes down to the first method, like I said, is going to be perfect for a lot of you beginners out there. If you haven't found any winning products yet, is going to come down to the site called Alibaba. Now, Alibaba and AliExpress are under the same group. It's under the Alibaba group. Essentially, AliExpress is for consumers, while Alibaba is meant for B2B. So essentially, this is meant for purchasing products for actual businesses. All of you Amazon FBAers out there are going to know Alibaba well. This is what they use. This is what I started out with. Now, the beautiful thing about this is dropshippers rarely ever use Alibaba. And for good reason, because most of the products on Alibaba, you can buy single one-stop products, off of AliExpress. A lot of the same suppliers are on there, but there's a lot of suppliers that aren't on both of the sites. And the thing about Alibaba, especially now, it didn't used to be this way as much. Now you can buy one piece for a lot of different products. So there's a lot of products on Alibaba that aren't on AliExpress. And this is going to set you up for a couple different things. So first off, you're going to have access to some different products that you wouldn't have had on AliExpress. Two, suppliers are in a different state of mind over on Alibaba than they are on AliExpress. They are wanting to go ahead and have more long-term relationships where they're going to fulfill more customized orders for business owners over time, rather than with AliExpress. Yeah, they might be helping dropshippers out, but it's not this long-term relationship that you're building. So when it comes to Alibaba, one, you can go ahead, find unique products for your brand. So if you are a hat store or a sunglasses store, you can come look and you can find sunglasses or glasses that might not be on AliExpress. Even if they are on AliExpress, the cool thing about Alibaba is that for a lot of these, you might even be able to customize your order. Some you might not be able to, but some you will. So, right here, you need to look on, when you're going to Alibaba, you need to look and see what the minimum order is. Because if it's 500 pieces and you haven't even tested to see if this product works, you don't want to go ahead and order 500 pieces. That's more of an Amazon FBA strategy. With dropshipping, we want to go ahead and find that the product works, and then we can go ahead and get into more advanced stuff with white labeling, private labeling, holding bulk inventory, all of that. But in the very beginning, we want stuff that's, one pair minimum order. If you want to go ahead and you've got a really, really good inkling that the product's going to work out, I don't suggest this, but if you want to go ahead and order, say, 5 pieces, something like that, you could do that. Now, when you're coming with this, you can actually sometimes customize the orders. And this is where Alibaba gets really cool. So right here, you can see that a lot of the same products are on Alibaba. Right here, this is a winning product off of AliExpress a couple years ago. And you want to go ahead and compare prices. Sometimes the price is cheaper on Alibaba for one piece than it is even on AliExpress. So that's where you want to go ahead. You want to compare prices. If you find that a product's working on AliExpress even, then you want to come back over to Alibaba. You want to see a lot of times the suppliers are the same, so then you can start negotiating, especially if you come over to the Alibaba side. But when you're using Alibaba as initial product research, what you're doing is you're looking for those unique products that would be applicable to your brand that aren't over on AliExpress. And a lot of them have to do with stuff like apparel pieces. Right here we've got accessories. There's a lot of watches on here that aren't on AliExpress that you can do one-off. Shoes is a big one. Other people have used this as an example many times before. You can go ahead right here. You could get this for $28. Now be careful with anything trademarked, anything like that. But right here you could get one pair for $28. You could sell this for $100. So that's where you want to go ahead and you want to look for things that are unique. Now, one thing I've talked about a lot lately is one of my favorite specific niches right now is the massage and rejuvenation space. That's absolutely blowing up right now. And Theragun has blown up. People are taking huge advantage of massage guns right now. Right here, you could come. You could see you could get one piece right here for $44. Now, once you've proven your proof of concept, you've gotten to where your product is working, whether you found it on AliExpress or Alibaba, whatever, once you found out that it's working and you're scaling this up very quickly, this is where you need to come and set yourself apart from the competition. This is where you're going to lock down your pie and not let anybody else have any piece of it. And this is where you really have the success. And this is where dropshipping in 2020, this is where it's changing. And this is where the successful people are going to get more and more and more successful. And it's going to be harder and harder and harder for people that don't know what they're doing to break into this space. It all comes down to branding. So once you have proof of concept, you have the money coming in, this is where you then go ahead, do a minimum order of 100 pieces, put your logo on it, or change the product in some way. And you can do that with almost every product, with almost every supplier. At least if it's a decent supplier on Alibaba, you can go ahead and really customize it. So you can do customized packaging through them. You can do customized logo. I've done this with so many products, and this is actually where I started out. I started out here doing custom products, and then moved over to also incorporating AliExpress, all of that. But this is where, once you have this, you can go ahead, still use the same proof of concept we use with all the other methods. But then once you have the money coming in, go ahead, lock your pie down by really locking down a brand, by putting your own logo on the product or changing the product whatsoever. So that's the beauty of Alibaba. One, Alibaba on the initial side of product research is going to allow you to really, see unique products that aren't offered on AliExpress. A lot of the products are the same, but you're going to have a different view, and some of the products are going to be different. You're going to have a little bit more unique. Also, even though some products, you can actually do a minimum order of one, which is what you'd want. Some of them, the suppliers will actually let you customize that to an extent. Now, with this, Alibaba can get a little bit different on shipping times, all of that. It's not as much meant for a consumer. It's meant for B2B. So you need to keep that in mind. That's where if you find something that's working on Alibaba, I highly recommend you try to find that on AliExpress, and then really try to get that working. But this will give you, that ability to then move into white labeling, private labeling down the line. So this is more for finding out what could work, finding on AliExpress, and then building those supplier relations, and then really locking down your pie. Now, once you have all this going, this is moving into the different product research method. Product research can take a lot of your time. Now, if you've been in this space for a while, you're already making some money with drop shipping, you know that, as a business owner, you want to have a lot of your attention on your ads, whether it's Google ads, Facebook ads, all of that. But you frankly want to outsource almost everything else. You want to outsource your customer service. You want to outsource your order fulfillment, all of that. You also want to outsource product research. Product research can take a lot of time. Now, as a business owner, especially one that's got a very unique brand, you want to go ahead and keep a hand on product research. So you don't want to essentially give it all up, but you do want to outsource quite a bit. And so what a lot of people do is they use Upwork. So if you've been in this space for a while, you know Upwork already. This is where you can find virtual assistants. You can find everything for customer service, all that. You can definitely do the same thing with product research. So what you'd want to do is essentially create your own job. You'd create a job saying, I want someone, I've got a Shopify dropshipping store, or you can even just put, if you've got a Shopify store, put the actual name of your store so they can see it, and then, essentially say what you want with product research. Now, go ahead, you want to train these people on the methods you use, but one thing you're going to find with a lot of these people, do e-commerce product research, whether it's for dropshipping, whether it's for Amazon, they already have their own methods. So they can use their own methods combined with what you train them on. So let's say that you absolutely love Facebook as a product research method. You could go ahead and train someone up on how to use Facebook as a product research method. Or say you like the AliExpress diversification strategy. You can do that. And now you've got someone on Upwork, a virtual assistant essentially, that's spending their time doing product research for you. And they can be going and giving you a list of potential products. Now, with those potential products, the list they give you, still want to go through those. You want to vet those products for yourself. Make sure that they would actually fit within your brand. All of it comes back to branding and the metrics of the product. But at this point, you should know what works out. And now you're taking that bulk time of you going through and having to just search through product after product. Someone else is doing that for you. Now, obviously, you're going to have to pay someone to do this, so you need money coming in. This is hiring someone else to your team. But when you get to the point, this can really, help you out big time. So another point that I forgot to mention on Alibaba is with this is where you can actually move into, if you wanted to create a clothing line. I'm going to do more clothing line videos coming up soon. Those are, some of my biggest videos come about with that. Let's say that you're wanting to start a fitness apparel company. Let's say you really like Gymshark stuff. You can go ahead, come over here, and you can find suppliers that will make clothing very similar to Gymshark. Now, obviously, you don't want to go ahead and just copy another brand, but you can definitely use other brands, as an inspiration. Let's say you like Alphalete. There's another popular one. You can go ahead and see the same exact thing. And what you'd want to do is you'd want to find your blend that is applicable. How much cotton to polyester, all of that. You'd want to find out what works for you, if you like a taper, all of that. But this is where you can go ahead and find either the exact supplier or very similar suppliers to some of your favorite brands, your brand inspirations, and then you can go from there. So there's a lot of applications to Alibaba, and this is where I suggest to people start on AliExpress, get up and going with AliExpress, and then as soon as you can, move over to Alibaba, because that's when you're more playing in the big boy arena and you're really, really locking down your brand as a staple to whatever marketplace you're in. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want me to go more in depth in any of these methods, I can definitely do that. If you want me to go talk more about, Alibaba, starting your own clothing line, or going into white labeling, private labeling, all of that. If you want me to touch more on how to exactly use Upwork and get VAs, all of that, I can do that. Definitely drop a comment down below. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Leave any comments or questions down below. I'd love to go ahead and connect with you guys. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Be happy, be positive, be powerful. Have a great rest of your day.